and we are going to type the words in this issue. Dot, dot, dot. That means there's more coming. We're going to hit enter twice. And now we're going to create a list of the content that's going to be in our newsletter. So some of you might have something like history. Before I do that, I should have changed this to size 14. We don't want it to be the same size as our headline. So there's history. Maybe you have a section on your small learning community like Quest. Hit twice after every small learning community. I know there's another one called Peace, Green. Maybe you did a special program. You would just type in the name of the special program. Maybe you did a section on clubs or sports. Whatever your different sections are, you go ahead and list them here. Now in the instructions it tells you to alternate between bold and italic. This would be italics, just to give it a little variation. So now I'm going to select history. I'm going to double click on my format painter twice. I double click on it twice, and then I highlight to make everything that I want bold. After I'm done selecting, I hit escape. I'm going to click Quest. I'm going to double click on my format painter twice, and I'll make everything after that italics. So you could type in the word what is Peace, what is Quest if you like, but that's totally up to you. So it could look something like this. And obviously you would need a question mark at the end. Okay, so I think this actually does look better, and I would recommend that you do this instead of just having the name. Okay, so here we're just going to pretend that there's different things going on, different sections that you're writing. At the very end, we're going to go ahead and insert column break. Once you're done inserting all of the content for your newsletter, we're going to insert a column break to go and start working on the next column. In the next column, you're going to make sure you get rid of the italics or whatever formatting you have set. And we're going to go ahead and type in, if history is your first story, you're going to want to type in history here, the history of your high school. Now we're going to go ahead and change this to 14. It's 14 Times New Roman. That's okay. We're going to go ahead, and now here's where we're going to copy our different now we're going to go ahead and copy our stories. Now hopefully you have these written somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and copy them from another newsletter just to save some time. This is actually what your newsletter is going to look like at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight some text here real quick. Copy that. Paste it. Delete that for now. So there's history. This is size 14. And this is size 12. Okay. I'm going to make this bold just so it stands out a little bit more. And here's, you would just continue. If what is Quest is next, I would just copy this. You can just copy this. Paste it. More text. I'm going to go ahead and select this text right here. It went down. Okay, there we go. I'm going to select what is Peace. And I'm going to select this text to copy it, just to save some time, so you can see what this would look like. So now it gives you a pretty good idea of what your newsletter is going to look like. I would make these all the same. So make sure that all of these are the same. We don't want to alternate between italics and bold once you're in the body of the newsletter. So you're going to do that for all of your articles. Some of you are going to have 2 pages. Some of you might have 3 pages. And you'll see down here that it's already at page number 2, and I didn't have to do anything. Okay. So you're going to create your articles. At the end, you're going to go ahead and insert some images. I have an image already that I found from this PDF. I took a picture of this right here using Windows Shift 4. I'm going to go ahead and insert that here. So I'm going to insert the picture from File because I have it on my desktop. And it's this one right here. That's correct. Notice that there's not much you can do. When I select the picture, I get this formatting toolbar. Here's my format picture. Quick tip here, if your picture is a square, you want to do square. If your picture is of irregular shape, then you will want to pick in line with text. Since ours is a square, as you can see here, I'm going to select square. I'll click OK. Move this over to the side. Now I can move my picture, resize it. Always resize from the corners, don't resize from the middle, because then it won't be proportional. And you'll decide what kind of pictures you want to do. You might want to do 2 pictures, 1 picture here, another picture down here. Okay? So you're pretty much almost done with your newsletter now. The last thing is we're going to be inserting a text box for our name. Kind of eyeball it, not too low. Here's a text box. You're going to type in your first name, last name, the name of the class, Avid Tech, and your period. I'm going to say I'm period number 3. Make sure that you can see it. Okay? So there's my text box. The last thing I want to show you, this is not in the instructions, but it's how to add this special border here. And remember that when you're doing something like this, to pick colors that are not too dark. Now, you know that we don't have a color printer, so if you're going to do this, it's probably because you're going to print at home. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and select the first column. It starts up here. Only select the column up to the word. Don't go down below that. Stay right here. And just like we did before, we're going to format the border and shading. We're going to do a border. I have our one selected over here. Pick something that's something that you like. I like the dots. You can increase the width a little bit, maybe 1 point, just so you can see them a little bit better. And you can select something that reflects the colors of your school. I think Millikan is like a blue. So I'm going to do a dark blue, and then I'm going to shade it. Inside, I want to do something that's light, a very light blue. Maybe like this light blue right here, pale blue. Because I don't want to make it too dark, or else I won't be able to see the letters. So there it is. It looks pretty good. Notice that you have a lot of space here. I don't know how much space you'll have, but if you want to increase that, you can just hit enter. I'm hitting enter on my keyboard to increase the size of the column, just to give it a better balance. My text box went somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and undo until I see what my text box is. There it is. Move it over here for a little bit so it doesn't go away. Now I can go ahead and move my column and move my text box back over here. And there